Okay, let's unpack this. Welcome to today's deep dive. So, we have a really profound text today from Guru Arjan Dev Ji. It's found in Rag Soohee on page 740. And our mission here is to explore how this hymn functions as like an absolute psychological blueprint for navigating chaos.
It really is.
Right. It invites you to just step completely away from the noise and look at the actual mechanics of building genuine spiritual resilience.
Exactly. And what stands out immediately, to me at least, is where Guru Arjan Dev Ji actually starts. I mean, he starts with the literal breath.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, the hymn centers on meditating on the Guru's word within the heart, making the Guru's Lotus Feet the support of the mind and, well, the very breath of life itself.
I love that. But let's visualize how that actually functions in practice, though, because instead of just trying to, think calm thoughts, anchoring your breath to the Lotus Feet feels more like installing a gyroscope inside a ship.
Right, a gyroscope.
Yeah. The ocean outside might be completely thrashing. I mean, your inbox is exploding, your daily responsibilities are overwhelming. But that internal gyroscope is constantly self-correcting. It basically keeps the mind from capsizing.
That is a great way to put it. But that self-correction, it requires active discipline. When the breath is anchored to the word, you are preemptively structuring your internal reality before the external world even has a chance to dictate it. So it establishes this strong baseline of serenity.
But, okay, a gyroscope only works if the hull isn't constantly being smashed into the rocks, right?
Right, exactly.
So how does this internal breathwork survive when we inevitably have to interact with a highly triggering external world?
Well, that brings in the really essential concept of satsangat.
The company of the holy.
Yes.
Yeah.
The text positions this holy company as the required environment to break the cycle of birth and death. What's fascinating here is that hearing the ambrosial sermon in this group gives the practitioner the actual strength to renounce the panjavaa.
The 5 vices.
Right. Kam, crowd, love, low, and pride. So lust, anger, greed, attachment.
Okay, wait, I have to push back a little here.
Sure.
I mean, I understand that the satsangat is uplifting, but how does simply listening to a sermon in a group setting actively rewire the brain? Especially to drop intense, hardwired survival drives like anger or greed.
Well, it's really about the psychological diet of your environment.
Oh, interesting.
Yeah, when you immerse yourself in the satsangat, you are continually feeding your consciousness a narrative of spiritual elevation. And that directly competes with the material world's narrative of, aggression, competition, scarcity.
I see. So it's a replacement.
Exactly. Over time, you literally starve those vikars of the attention and validation they need to fire in your brain. You aren't just suppressing anger or greed, you are dismantling the very environment that sustains them.
Wow, so the satsangat acts as an active detox environment.
Yes, exactly.
But nature abhors a vacuum. I mean, if you've successfully starved out crowd and love, what exactly takes their place?
Well, the text provides a highly proactive code of conduct to fill that empty space. It mentions nam, dan, and isnan.
Divine identity, charity, and purity.
Right. Guru Arjan Dev Ji calls this contemplating the essence of reality.
Here's where the mechanics get really interesting to me. We all know these concepts, but look at how they interlock in this framework.
Yeah, so.
If Nam is the internal engine of divine identity, then Dan charity is the outward mechanism that forces you to let go of material attachment. You physically can't maintain true internal purity as Nan if you aren't actively practicing Dan.
Wow, yeah, that is a really profound point.
Right. It's like a 3-legged stool of spiritual liberation. They aren't just a random list of good deeds. They are a closed-loop system of spiritual physics.
Yes, and if we connect this to the bigger picture, the final verse reveals the ultimate outcome of that closed-loop system.
What's the outcome?
By contemplating this essence and chanting the name of the Lord, one is carried across the world ocean. That engine you described becomes the very vessel that navigates the turbulence of human illusion and suffering.
Carried across the world ocean. I just love that imagery.
It really is beautiful.
So what does this all mean for you today? This deep dive shows us that Guru Arjan Dev Ji isn't just offering abstract poetry. It's a highly practical, sequential framework.
Absolutely.
You lock down the internal gyroscope with your breath, immerse yourself in an environment that starves your ego, and activate the outward system of Nam, Dan, and Isnan.
It completely transforms the seeker. You go from being a reactive victim of external chaos into a deliberate master of your internal reality.
Which leaves us with a final thought for you to mull over. We know the satsanga is the crucial environment for this transformation.
Right.
But in an era where our daily company is increasingly curated by digital algorithms explicitly designed to trigger lob and crowd for engagement, how are you actively curating your digital satsanga to protect that inner gyroscope?